There's the Black Panther, there's the Gold Panther, there's the Pink Panther. What's up, Throttlers? Aristotle Full Throttle here, and this is my Full Throttle review for Black Panther. This movie's directed by Ryan Coogler, who also directed Creed. Not that Creed. No. It stars Angela What's Love Got to Do with Stella getting her groove back Bassett, Daniel Kaluuya, Lupita Nyong'o, Danae Guerrera, Saw Gerrera. It's got Bozeman Chadwick, Tracy Chapman, Bozeman Chapstick, and Barry Bostwick with a fro pick playing the electric Chapman stick. Man, I wish that was true. Shut up, Joe. It would have made the movie a little bit cooler. Coogler. Anyway, this movie also has Martin Freeman and Michael Jordan. Space Jam, y'all. And I gotta tell you, it was pretty damn awesome to see a $200 million movie featuring a pretty much entirely black cast. Because that's never happened before. Ever. In the history of cinema. I mean, Hollywood has sooner spent $400 million on an all-blue cast. And I'm glad to see that Marvel Studios and Disney are actually taking a step forward. Everyone in this movie is an amazing actor, so I don't see why this would be even taking a risk. You really get the sense that this is a distinct culture and that there's a lot of history involved. And it establishes this entire world that feels very distinct from the rest of the MCU. But anybody from any background can appreciate and relate to these characters because of the way they build up this world. There is a clear good guy and a clear bad guy, but when it comes down to it, you feel for both characters. I was actually surprised by the amount of genuine emotion that I felt. And it's important to note that there's some amazing huge set pieces, a lot of beautiful visuals, and though the special effects are top notch, a lot of the time you could just tell that they were on a green screen, which I don't know anything about. One of the major things I really love about this movie is that Wakanda is this hidden paradise with all of the most advanced technology in the world, and they're just hiding it because they don't want to get involved in the world's affairs. They just think, you know what, we got a good thing going here, and we'll just kind of watch from a distance while we live in paradise. And that's a really interesting theme, is like, when do you become the world's police? When do you decide to branch out and become part of the rest of the world? When do you decide to lead? And that's what T'Challa has to come to terms with throughout this movie. And it's really interesting to watch him trying to take on the mantle of leadership from his father T'Chaka, who was just killed right before this in the timeline for the MCU. One of my few complaints for the movie is that the pacing seemed a little bit off. Some of the scenes that were dramatic seemed to go on for a little bit too long, and some of the action sequences felt kind of rushed, almost as if they needed a beat here and there just to space it out to make it more dramatic. Some of the moments in this movie where they tried to incorporate a lot of pop culture references really landed hard and really didn't land at all at times. They were like, hey, this is going to be the hippest MCU movie and we're trying to appeal to an urban culture, so let's try to make some pop culture references that people will like. And sometimes it felt like a little bit pandering, but sometimes it was really funny. And at times this movie was definitely like a James Bond movie where they were showing you all these cool gadgets that they were going to use later on in the movie, and they did mention hover bikes, and they never showed hover bikes, so that was a missed opportunity. I would like to see hover bikes. Just so you know. This isn't so much of a spoiler, but there is a scene where these people reveal their identities, but they're speaking perfect American English. Then all of a sudden, they just start speaking with their Wakandan accent, and it's for no reason whatsoever. It kind of makes no sense. Like, why would they reveal that they're Wakandan just by speaking in an accent instead of speaking in Wakandan? It's kind of like Wonder Woman when all the German people spoke to each other in English, but with a German accent. I don't really think that went down in Germany during World War I. The actors are great in this. They all deliver solid, emotionally evocative performances, so if you like that kind of thing, you're definitely going to enjoy this movie. If you like the MCU, you're going to like this movie. If you like vaguely foreign, sub-Saharan African accents from a fictional country, you will love this movie, because there's a lot of that going on. So I give Black Panther 3.75 froze out of 5. Well, that's my review. How about you? Let me know what you think about Black Panther in those comments below so that we can have a discussion about this. If this is your first time here, remember to subscribe to this channel, turn on those notifications, and it would really mean a lot to me if you liked this video, if you're watching it with your eyeballs, and you shared it with your friends and family. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, your bro in the know with the fro, and I'll see you later. Wakanda forever!